children, I am Sai Brahmari. Welcome you all to learn another new informative topic, sexual reproduction. In humans, from the lesson Reproduction of class 10 biology. Already we have discussed vegetative, and asexual reproduction, in different organisms, and sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Now, we will have a close look at sexual reproduction in placental mammals, such as humans. We know that the complexity of organ systems increases from unicellular to multicellular organisms. Humans evolved with complex reproductive systems. Let us study this in detail. Learning outcomes. After studying this topic, you will be knowing about male reproductive system, female reproductive system, fertilization, menstruation. Keywords: germ cells, testes, ovary, uterus, fallopian tubes, menstruation, sperm, ovum or egg, pregnancy. Let us see the concept map on sexual reproduction in humans. Hey children, try to recollect the lesson, the age of adolescence, from class 8. In that you have learned that Humans attain sexual maturity at certain age called adolescence. Puberty in girls and boys is marked by different changes. Both the boys and girls have undergone changes like an increase in height, weight and body proportion. Onset of puberty involves the growth of axillary hair on the body. The changes in skin and voice are observed. The reproductive organs grow and mature. Girls begin to release ovum, menstruate, or become ready for fertilization and pregnancy during adolescence. In girls, the development of breasts and the uterus takes place in preparation for childbirth. Boys are also developed masculine bodies and capable of producing male gametes or sperms. So, hope you recollected these key points of that lesson. Now, let us learn about male and female reproductive systems in detail. Organs of the reproductive system are divided into primary, secondary or accessory sex organs. Primary reproductive organs include the gonads, the testes in the males, and ovaries in the females. Accessory sex organs in males include vas deferens, epididymis, seminal vesicles, prostate gland, Cowper glands and penis. In females, the fallopian tubes, uterus, cervix, and vagina are the accessory organs. In human males, the two testes are located in a pocket-like structure outside the body wall called the scrotum. Each testis has several lobules and each lobule contains several seminiferous tubules. They are small, highly coiled tubes 80 centimeters in length. Vas efferentia collect spermatozoa from the tubules and it forms epididymis. Here, the sperms are stored temporarily and moved into vas deferens. Then, the sperms move to the urethra of the penis and eject out of the body. The accessory glands like the prostate and Cowper glands secrete a fluid called semen. This provides nutrients for sperm to keep alive and help as a medium for the movement of sperms. The sperm cell is a flagellated structure with a long tail enabling it to move towards the ovum. The development of the male reproductive organs is regulated by male sex hormone called testosterone. Men produce sperm from the age of 13 or 14 years to lifelong, but the ability may decrease with old age. Female reproductive system. The two ovaries that produce ova are located deep in the abdomen of the female's body. The ova develop in tiny cellular structures called follicles. The follicles mature and develop a cavity filled with fluid called the Graafian follicle. Each follicle contains a single ovum formed after the process of cell division by meiosis. Gametogenesis. The formation of the sperm in males and the ovum in females is called gametogenesis. The spermatogenesis is the formation of spermatozoa and oogenesis is the formation of ova. Gametes with haploid cells are produced through gametogenesis. Structure of human sperm. The spermatozoa consists of a head, a middle piece, and a tail. The sperm head is elongated and formed by the condensation of the nucleus. The anterior portion has a cap-like structure called an acrosome. It contains hyaluronidase, an enzyme that helps the sperm to enter the ovum during fertilization. A short neck connects the head and middle piece, which comprises the centrioles. The middle piece contains the mitochondria, which provide energy for the movement of the tail. Structure of human ovum. The mature ovum or egg is spherical in shape. The ovum is almost free of yolk. It contains abundant cytoplasm and the nucleus. The ovum is surrounded by 3 membranes. The plasma membrane is surrounded by an inner thin zona pellucida and an outer thick corona radiata. The corona radiata is formed of follicle cells. The membrane forming the surface layer of the ovum is called the vitelline membrane. The fluid-filled space between zona pellucida and the surface of the egg is called perivitelline space. When an ovum is matured, the follicle ruptures at the surface of the ovary and the tiny ovum is flushed out. The release of the egg or ovum is called ovulation. Generally, the ovum enters the wide funnel of an oviduct or fallopian tube extending from an ovary to the muscular uterus. Fertilization occurs when the ovum passes through the oviduct. The zygote is formed into a mass and grows to form a baby. The uterus at the time of fertilization is well adapted for receiving the developing embryo providing it with food and disposing of its waste. Before this time, the uterus is normal with a small size, thin tissues and a poor supply of blood vessels. On receiving the zygote, the uterus is enlarged with a thick inner wall moist fluid and a great blood supply. If fertilization takes place, the corpus luteum persists and continues to secrete progesterone. This maintains the thickened state of the uterine wall and prevents the maturation of another follicle till the end of pregnancy. What happens when the egg is not fertilized? If fertilization does not occur, the corpus luteum and the egg degenerate. The uterine lining slowly breaks, discharged as blood and mucus, leading to the menstrual cycle. Menstruation is a periodical phenomenon that continues from puberty to menopause. This will happen if the released ovum is not fertilized by the sperm. Lack of menstruation generally indicates pregnancy. The menstrual cycle consists of 4 phases: menstrual or destructive phase, follicular or proliferative phase, ovulatory phase, luteal or secretory phase. These phases show events occurring in both the ovary and uterus. Changes in the ovary and the uterus are induced by pituitary hormones luteal hormone, LH, follicle stimulating hormone, FSH, and ovarian hormones like estrogen and progesterone. Let us observe the events of the menstrual cycle and the role of hormones in the table given here. Points to remember: